What is going on out there, peeps? All right, are you paying attention to what's going on? Now, I keep telling you guys, pay attention to the gold and silver prices. I believe when they get to a certain level, they start to take off. And there's different levels of resistance, okay? And I do want to talk to some of you newbies, I want to make sure you understand what it means to invest in anything for that matter, all right? So let's go over a couple quick little notes. All investments have some level of risk, some more than others. And what that means is if you invest in something, there's always an opportunity that you could lose all your money, okay? Especially for you newbies who don't know what's going on, we're called speculators. The pros know very well how to do things to shake up speculators and cause them to sell when the value is too low and then buy when it's too high. It's a trick they play. And you just have to be careful. Keep in mind, I'm not an expert. My information is only my opinion. I share with everybody. This is why I leave the links in the description so you could join along, okay? Now, we were talking about losses. You know what I mean? If let's say you buy silver, a 1 ounce coin for $22, and the value drops down to, let's just say 19. So you lose $3 on each one of your ounces of coin. You do not have a loss. It's not a loss yet. It's only a loss when you sell the coin for less. Then it's a loss, all right? Just hold your investment because it will recover. This is what they do to shake speculators. They do this all the time. Trust me, I know. When I was first learning about cryptos and I knew something about stocks, I lost thousands of dollars because every time the price started to bottom out, I was like, I don't know how this works. I don't know the habits of Bitcoin. So what I would do is sell way lower than what I bought them for. And then once they started to go up again, buy them again. And then it would drop down again. So here's my advice to you. Don't play with your emotion, or don't invest with your emotions. You have the investment. There is no loss. Even if the money goes down, you have not technically lost any value until you sell it for less than you got. But you shouldn't sell when it's lower. Just wait. It will recover. They always do. Okay, so I remember I was telling you guys to go out and go silver hunting. It's for free. And while, technically, I mean, you could buy a bunch of 50-cent rolls like this here. This is James bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls, I think it is. 6 rolls. And in there, he found 2 silver 50-cent pieces. Those are walking liberties. Okay, really nice coins. So that's what I'm talking about. So, for those you can't afford to buy them, what I suggested is you take, I don't know, 50-cent rolls. I think they're I'm not sure, like $20, I think it is. $10, $20 per roll. Maybe you go in there with like $100. So you have 2 banks you play with. Let's say you got bank number A. You go in there and you buy $50 worth of 50-cent pieces, just like this. Then you go through them and you're looking for anything 1970 and older, has silver in it. So you pull those out and then you take the rest bank to bank B, cash them in, get the cash. Take your cash, go back to bank A, buy more 50-cent pieces. Then rotate them, banks. Then go to the other one, buy some silver pieces. Then what happens is, instead of paying $22 for an ounce of silver, he just spent $1 and got $1's worth of, it's not $1's worth, but it's almost an ounce of silver for $1. You see how this works? So the only thing that cost him was he didn't get to take these back to the bank. He gets to pull the silver out. The silver is way more valuable than the face value of this coin. You see what I'm saying? I think it is $1.50 of any combination of coins. So had he had one more, he would have had a full ounce of silver. These are 90% silver. Okay? So people are already doing it. Just like I suggested, this is a great thing. I love to see this type of stuff. This is a good way to earn silver. It's time consuming, plus it's a little fun. So again, 50-cent pieces, 1970 or older or earlier, whatever way you want to word it. So if I have to spell it out for you, 1970, 1969, 1908, 1967, go in that direction, okay? Because people got confused. I was like, oh, I better make sure to clear that out. All right, so what's going on in the world of silver? Before we get there, remember, I got Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. In here, we do talk about gold and silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as other investment opportunities. Okay, over here we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. In here we talk about NESARA, GESARA, current events, political things, and some things that people consider conspiracy. All right, so both are free to join. The links are in the description. Come on over. I want to just bring this, the a lot of people are being removed off of their social media platforms because they're either followers of QAnon or Trump supporters. They're being removed by the thousands. And I want to remind everybody that there's an alternative to Facebook, Twitter, and everything else. It's called Parler. Dan Bongino bought into this, and this is the social network that Trump was suggesting people go to. Now, he's not saying you have to delete your other profiles. He said you should have this as a backup place to go to if they just start removing everything. So now what these tech companies are doing, they are now into rigging the election by trying to control the narrative and shutting down people's opinions. In here, this is a free expression. Okay, you could come in here. You could talk about politics. Whether you're a progressive, liberal, socialist, Democrat, you can go in here and talk about it. It doesn't make a difference. In here, they want open dialogue. And that's what happens here. So come on over. I think something like 2-something million people already jumped over there. So again, this is Dan Bongino. You know him. You see him on Fox News every now and then. He has his own YouTube channel. Really nice. Okay, just a quick reminder, everybody. We have Money Metals Exchange is where I was suggesting everybody go to buy their gold and silver here. All right. So I will leave a link in the description and shop around on here. When you see, I showed everybody how to move around up here on these tabs. Go see that video. Okay. Now, for those of you who are in the UK, because I got a lot of followers in the UK, and they were like, I'm not sure where to buy it because Money Metals can't ship to us. Here's this place. It's called Silver Trader. All right. I will leave a link to them. In here, they got all kinds of silver as well. So, you know, you could buy there. And as far as other countries, I think Australia might actually be able to buy into here. But I'm trying to find other places outside of where Money Metals can't reach it, so you guys can go ahead and buy from there so you can get in on what's going on. Okay, let's see what's going on with the gold and silver market. Look at this. Wow, 1863. All right, at one time I reached, and I'm still waiting for them to try to find a way. I don't think it's going to work, man. I just don't see it happening. I'm waiting for it to take a hit, like a dive, for them to try to push gold back down to around $1,600 an ounce, silver down to around $14, $16, if not lower, but it doesn't seem to be working. I think people around the world are starting to wake up to what's going on here, and you're seeing this. Look at this climb. It's still climbing. I told you once it hit 22, don't be surprised if it don't quickly reach 30. So it's $21 an ounce. Is now $22.88, and it continues to climb. You know, look, this is what I was talking about when you invest in gold and silver. If you're buying at these levels, and then what these people would do is they'll either pump up the stock market, you'll see new record highs and stuff, or they'll drop it and then cause gold and silver prices to drop, causing a panic of people who are new to investing because they're going to think, oh, I'm losing out, and they go and they sell, and then they turn around and buy it all at a discount. That's that old saying, buy on the dip. That's in anything you invest in. Cryptocurrencies, stocks, gold, and silver. You don't sell or you don't buy when it's up high, or you can invest when it's up high, but if it drops down, that doesn't mean sell. It means buy more because you're buying it at a discount. They always recoup, okay, or recoup. Okay, so that's what I was trying to warn you people. These are the types of games that we see people play. Now, make sure you have what's called an exit strategy. I'm going to talk to you about something I used to do as a poker player, and that might be something you'll consider when it comes to your investments if you're worried about at all losing out. Because some people are asking about whether or not they should take a mortgage out on their home, or, a line of credit because their houses are paid off. If your houses are paid off, don't do anything to that house. Leave it alone. It's yours. You own it outright. Nobody can ever kick you out. All right. People have extra properties that they're not doing anything with, and there's nobody renting it. They're asking me, what do you think? I mean, I can't tell you guys what to think. I'm not an expert. All I can do is just say to you, look, this is my opinion. Okay, so it's not my job to tell you what to do. I can just show you what's going on, and it's up to you to make those bold types of moves, okay? I can only tell you what I did. That doesn't mean you should copy me, okay? That means you should at least consider what your moves are going to be. So now I'm going to teach you another trick. So first I'll tell you how to get free silver. Now I'm going to teach you another trick. Now I'm a poker player. I played poker for quite a long time, and I actually got really good at it. So what I would do is, and I do this when I go to Vegas, I would give myself an allowance. I told myself when I go to play, I'm only going to have $200, period. Whether I lose it all in 2 seconds, or whether, no matter what, once my $200 is gone, then that's it. I'm stopped. You have to learn to discipline yourself, and that includes in investing. Okay? So as I'm playing and I'm winning and I'm making money, once I've doubled my money and I get up to 400, I will step away from the table temporarily, take the $200 that I initially started playing with, go cash it in and put it back in my pocket. Now the money that's left over is house money. That means I don't care what happens to it because it wasn't mine to start with. Do you see what I'm saying? So part of your exit strategy might be, let's just say you invested $1,000 into silver. Now this is just a suggestion. You don't have to do this. Okay, but there's some people out there that are really skittish. They're really nervous. So this might put a lot of your nerves at ease. So let's pretend like you invested $1,000 into gold. All right? Or $1,000 into silver. Either one. $1,000 into precious metals. Then all of a sudden, after you've been holding them, they have now doubled in value. Now you have $2,000 worth of metals. To put yourself at ease, maybe you might think about selling $1,000 of the precious metals back. Now the money that you have invested, there's no loss. Do you see what I'm saying? You'll feel more relaxed. You'll feel more at ease. You'll be like, oh, thank you. Thank you, Lord. You know what I mean? Because, you're playing now with house money. Does that make sense? A lot of your guys are asking, who do I sell the stuff back to? Reach out to Money Metals because they do buy the gold and silver as well as sell it. There are other places to do it as well. I sold mine online. I used a Facebook group and was able to sell it for $1 more than what the spot value was. And you could do the same thing right now. Okay? So some of you all started buying when it was like $14 an ounce. You've now gained $8.88 on your investments. Maybe you think about selling some of them so you can start recouping some of that investment. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not doing it. I'm just saying that's something that some of you who have invested a lot of money or didn't really have a lot of discretionary funds, you know what I mean? You're worried about that? Then maybe this is it. Because trust me, they're going to try to drop the price of gold and silver. And even if it does drop, it's not going to stay there. We all see what's happening. Look at this. This is an article from India. Silver is emerging as the new gold as prices rally 4.8% in one day. The ratio between gold and silver, what I mean by ratio is how many pieces of silver does it take to trade across for 1 ounce of gold? Our history shows us that ratio used to be around 15 to 1. And it got up to about 103 to 1 or something like that. But now it's slowly, that gap is closing. I told you silver always outperforms gold during crisis. And we're starting to see that. Okay? The rally set since March end has delivered 39% return to investors as against 14.3% for gold. So since March, silver has gone up 39%. This is an article from India. So there was a thing with, I forgot what it was. They weren't allowing the public for like a year or a year and a half, I think it was. I'm trying to remember what it was said. They were not allowing the people in India to buy silver at all. And they were the world's largest purchasers of silver. All right. As far as consumers are concerned. All right. So for a year and a half, they were told they were not allowed. Guess what? That has changed. So if you think silver and gold are where they are now, and now India has opened a door, and this is from July 22nd, and now they're encouraging their citizens to start buying gold and silver. The largest holders in the world of gold are not what you think. The largest holders of gold in the world, I'm sorry, besides entities, okay, are Indian women. They have it all in their jewelry. They own like actually I think they do own, and that includes entity, but they hold 17% of the world's gold in their jewelry. They hand it down from generation to generation in their sovereign coins, which is really beautiful. But by the way, if you think there's a stress on the market now and it's hard to get, because we're seeing it's getting harder and harder to get from all of these websites. It's even going to get harder. Look at this, 22.95. I just said 22.85. I told you once it's 21. Don't be surprised if it doesn't quickly jump up. Look at it, gold didn't even hardly move. Silver is moving. Okay, this is good for us that jumped in on this bad boy. I got them when they were $11. I got them when they were $14. So yeah, of course, now I'm doubled. You know what I mean? So again, now they're encouraging their citizens to buy. People like, you know, the ones saying to me, hey, should I put a mortgage on my house? Hey, should I sell these properties? Hey, you know what I mean? These are the same people that are going to cause a panic in the stock market. What's going to happen is as these prices get higher, people are going, whoa, it looks like there is a sign that the market might crash or something's coming, and they start liquidating their stocks and moving it into precious metals. That is what is happening little by little. The stock market is artificially pumped. Lots of us are anticipating something happening here very shortly. And you can see, just not me nor you, my subscribers, are the only ones that think this. There's other people out there talking about this. Lynette Zhang, you see me talk about her people. They're talking about this. All right. Silver investment demand exploding. This is from the 17th. Silver investment demand is exploding. American stock traders have flooded into SLV shares in recent months. So this is being talked about everywhere. Again, all investments have some levels of risk, some higher than others. I keep expecting this to take a hit. Seeing like a $2, $3 drop in price, maybe even a little bit more. They can't afford this to continue to keep jumping up, because as it does, people like us who are speculators go, wait a minute, something's happening. And it prevents the big boys, the so-called elite, from storing up all the gold and silver they want, because they want your gold and silver as well. And they will do whatever it takes to knock the value down. So anyways, you've got to have an exit strategy. You have to tell myself, when it reaches this point, then maybe this is when I sell. Don't, if you start teetering with it, then you're going to shoot yourself in the butt. Okay? When you make decisions in investments, you can't have regrets. I know it's easier said than done. In other words, if you're saying to yourself, I agree with Pimpy, when it hits $50, I'm just going to sell all my precious metal, all my silver. Okay? But then all of a sudden you see silver goes all the way to $100. You can't be sitting around going, oh man, I got this much, but I could have had that. You got to let it go. All right? That's the worst type of investing you can do. You follow your exit strategy. You tell yourself when it hits, maybe you say something like, well, I got 1,000 ounces of silver. When it hits $50 an ounce, to be on the safe side, maybe I sell 25% of it. Maybe I sell 50% of it. This helps me recover my initial investments. Plus, I have a little more. And then you just sit on the rest and see what happens. Do you see what I'm saying? So just be wise about what's going on and do not fall for any tricks that you see on the market. I don't care if they find a way to drive silver down to $3 an ounce. Do not sell. Trust me, just sit on it. For you people that's thinking you could jump into this and get a quick bang, you are sadly mistaken. Now we are expecting something to happen, but there's just no way of knowing. There's all the signs we see that say it's going to happen, but again, this is just speculative. Okay. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think. Think about that as exit strategy, and also I can't stress this enough. I showed you guys how to get free silver, and people are doing it. Go buy some 50-cent. Like, you can get a box of 50-cent pieces for those of you who might have a little play money. See, you're not actually getting rid of the money. You're not spending the money. If you got bills and stuff and you got time to play around real quick, go buy a box of halves. They're like $500 for a whole box of halves. Go through all the coins real quick. Just look for anything 1970 and older. Pull them out. Take the rest back and get your money back and pay your bills. Do you see how you can earn some free silver? Look at these, 290% free silver. That's nice. Nice. Good move, James. All right. So you got himself here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of those bad boys, 50-cent rolls. And he got 2 big old chunks of silver out of there. Free. Well, no, not free. He got almost an ounce of silver for $1. Trying to help you out, man. All right. All right, you guys. Look, stay positive, man. I know the market is scary right now, but to me, I'm thinking, no, this is the start of something bigger. But I am anticipating them trying to do something to knock the price down. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do it. I think people are already anticipating way too much. Okay? All right, you guys. Look, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I will catch you later.